Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm John.
I'm Andrew.
And we're INXS.
Rockin The Royals was a concert that was put on, you know, for Princess Diana and Prince Charles. It was 85, was it?
Yeah, I think it was 1985.
Yeah. And,
during the Listen Like These album period.
Yeah. It was great fun. I remember it very vividly. The Models played. Jenny Morris did backing vocals with us. She did a fantastic job. And of course we got to meet them. And it was a very auspicious occasion.
Tilt my hat at the sun, shadows they were dark. Light me and I'll burn for you, and the love song never stops.
We were touring internationally a lot at that point, and I suppose, given that how much globe-trotting we were doing at the time, and we'd been fortunate enough to have had a lot of chart success internationally, that I suppose, you know, it helped that we were picked as an act to perform for Prince Charles and Lady Diana, because I suppose we fitted the idea of whoever was supposed to be that bunch of people at that time, you know, so we were very fortunate to be there. What I remember was, I'm not sure exactly what the venue was, a theatre. I remember it was a really good show that we did.
Yeah.
The audience were fantastic. Great support, and they had a big screen up under an underpass in Melbourne.
I'd like to say hello to everybody outside on the highway. So say hello to everybody outside.
Outside, where a lot of other people who couldn't, you know, get in for whatever reason, or watched it outside. And I remember feeling quite overwhelmed, actually, at the support we received from people at the time. It was extraordinary, actually.
I remember being at the Rockin The Royals on stage with the guys. I remember, you know, being conscious that the Royals were in the audience. I was also conscious that my family were in the audience, my mum and dad, and you know, my partner at the time, and I think my sister. But you know, there's that kind of tension where like Lady Di and Charles are there, and you give it everything you got, but sometimes you learn that if you give it too much, sometimes you overdo it, and just to try and keep yourself, you know, composed. And you know, we're a rock band, so you got to be just doing your thing. I sort of also, looking at it, remember that Michael was being kind of casual about the fact that Lady Di and, you know, Prince Charles were in the audience, so not sort of try and be sort of, you know, Lady Di and Prince Charles, you know, every 5 minutes, because it'd be like, oh yeah, we know, you know, but there was that kind of tension where we were definitely aware they were in the audience, but trying not to be too, you know, over polite or over, you know, using protocol. But I think Michael referred to them as U2, being U2 people up there, like saying, "How was everybody?" and U2.
I'd like to thank you very much for all of you for coming here, and especially two of you. If you got it, shake it. Let's go.
But I remember Lady Di was all very, I think she was really quite into the whole thing and was having a great time. I think Charles was trying to kind of, you know, communicate and connect, you know, and I think he asked Kirk or someone, said, you know, you must be shagged after that show, you know.
Yes, in all those leathers.
In all those, you know. So,
well, you know.
Did Kirk have lots of leathers on it? You know?
No, it was actually me.
All right. So, okay. So, you know.
I'm glad he was talking to Kirk anyway.
So, you know, I think they were just trying to, I think they were trying to be cool and casual.
You might know the original sin. play with fire.
I can hear in the mix, after not hearing it for years, that we're definitely, you know, excited. Some of the tempos were like raised a little bit, and obviously, and I think that was a lot about INXS. Was there was always, you know, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement that was coming through, bleeding through the music. Simply just the interplay between, you know, the interaction between us musically and Michael's vocals, but there was always that sense of urgency, you know. There you can just hear that there's a lot of presence within the music.
Some nights, right clothing, dancing on a jelly.
To try and paint a picture of what it was like, I mean, you know, we've got this theatre, there's probably 3,000, possibly more, around that figure, and it's, you know, it's intimate in the sense of a theatre. For a rock and roll show that's loud and, you know, it's pretty full on in your face. And I think, you know, we were conscious of knowing that there were the Royals in the audience. So it's sort of funny because, you know, it wasn't very long ago when, you know, the Sex Pistols were kind of really sticking it up the Royals, and we've come from this punk era into, you know, here we go with the 80s, you know. So we were sort of conscious of the fact that on one hand, you know, rock and roll is a bit sort of anti-whatever.
Establishment.
But on the other hand, it was just really great to know that, you know, Di and Charles are pretty cool, and they were sort of doing their best to be cool in a rock and roll environment.